Hello there, everyone. I'm Nikki, the illustrator and storyteller here at Fables and Fauna. I make kids' books with brave fauna friends for your little adventurers. So I had this series idea, and it sort of started after our trip to the zoo in Tampa. I was drawing a bunch of animals from life, and I realized I hadn't done that in a long time. I hate to admit it, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I realized that it would be good for me to have a series to sort of practice my abilities of rendering animals more realistically, since I tend to do cartoony styles, for kids' books. And it's so cool how every animal is inspiring in their own special way. Like these hippos were so cute and happy when we first walked up, yet there's these hideous boars that are great reference for goblins in my eyes. And it was so fun because they even had a little dinosaur exhibit, so I have tons of reference for that too. Art, it's all about gathering that artistic reference, and I really uh, wish that I could go to the zoo and see more animals in real life more often and draw from life. It's just a really good thing to do. So I have a confession to make. I have hardly any painting experience. So what you're about to see is going to be me painting for one of the rare moments of my life. So I was really scared when I started doing this project. But that's exactly why I decided to start this series. I had seen a lot of people do the 100-day project, and I was like, well, I can't convince myself to paint for 100 days. So I thought a great challenge for myself and to help me face my oh my gosh, I don't know how to paint fears, would be to paint the alphabet. And I feel like whenever I think of fables and fauna, I think of the forest and I think of woodland creatures. So I was like, done, let's do this Woodland Animal Alphabet series. And if I'm lucky, maybe I can make a little alphabet book when I'm done. So you may be thinking, but Nikki, if this is an alphabet series, where's the alphabet letter that you're painting? Uh, because I was so nervous about painting, I just kind of jumped into it without really thinking this painting through all the way, or the project through all the way, which if you are trying to face one of your fears, I highly suggest you do the same thing, because once you start overthinking about something, then you get even more nervous and then you end up not doing it. So I was just like, forget it. I'm just gonna start painting and worry about this later. So I'm gonna paint in the alphabet letter for every other um, painting that I do, and I will also be posting all the other time-lapse paintings for every other alphabet letter too. So you guys get to see as my painting skills progress from like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to paint and I'm scared of it, to I feel better about this. Hopefully. Um, I would like to end up at that point. So if you would sort of bear with me through this, haha, no pun intended. And imagine that the next page, like this is on the left in the book layout, and the page on the right says B. B is for bear, and below that it says uh, big brown bear in the branches with a bunch of bluebirds. That's right, I painted everything that started with the letter B in this. So that's as far as I thought through, planning-wise. So the last time I tried to paint for a project, I was invited to do, like, I think it was a mythology anthology booklet. So basically a bunch of different artists came together and each illustrated a different mythological creature for each alphabet letter. And I chose the letter I because I have this imp character that I love to draw. So I drew my imp and I inked it and it looked great, but I was like, I need to color this. So I painted it. And I turned it in, and I was just appalled by the reaction because this was not a paid project. This was, it was a freebie, you know, and I was super excited about it because I had that character ready to go and because it was a fellow SCAD student. So I was like, awesome, this guy is just like me. He knows the, the rules of critiquing, but no, he didn't know the rules of critiquing because what he told me was that he would not accept my painting because it looked amateur. I was shocked. Someone turned down something they asked me to do for free for them. And of course, this only, um, you know, made my fear of painting even worse. So, yeah, when I say doing this project was scary, it was scary because I had been turned down for doing apparently a horrible job on a painting before. But hopefully by the end of this series, I am going to be killing it at painting because that's 26 letters, that's a lot of practice, so I'm really excited about it. And I think this is turning out pretty good so far, and it's going to be really cool because as I share these with you, you can watch how I grow and how basically see as I learn how to paint. You can be there with me. So forget that guy, I'm painting anyway. Are there any fears that you guys have been facing, and how do you deal with something you're scared to try after maybe being told that you can't, maybe just it all being in your head and you're worried about it? I'd love to talk about facing your fears in the comments below. Oh, and also, if at any point you're wondering what materials I'm using, I'll put all my materials in the description below. And now that I've painted this bear, this big brown bear in the branches with a bunch of bluebirds, um, I'm actually really excited to try some new painting techniques and approaches to the process for the next letters. So it's it's nice to be excited instead of scared, so I'd say mission accomplished. And if you're OCD, I'm so sorry I didn't start with the letter A. I just jumped into this project, but I am planning to do the letter A next time. So 10 points to those who can guess which woodland animal that starts with the letter A, that I'm gonna paint next time. So make sure you hit subscribe to the Fables and Fauna channel so you don't miss out. And please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I had a lot of fun. Thanks. See ya.